regarding the president's reason for running third term, I don't think it's a leadership reason. You know, Barrow is more or less a transactional guy. You know, that is how he is. He's a businessman. You know, transactions. You know, leadership is all about transactions. You know, it's about a relationship. And that is very important. You see, before coming to the leadership position, you don't have that rapport to that magnitude with Gambians. Now you've built that rapport, you've established a relationship. And it's important that we safeguard our relationships. You have made Gambians believe you in many ways, gave them promises, different types of promises. Now, what happens is when you force yourself to achieve certain things, you break the relationship or you kind of diminish it. And when that happens, you're going to miss the country one day because you're going to leave. Any president that comes can see you as a security threat, bring flimsy excuses and say, okay, you leave, and then when you settle, dust settle, you come back. You see, I think you should also think about what legacy, what relationship he wants to further cultivate or he wants to maintain with Gambians. And in Gambian only relationships already. You cannot erase that. For doomsday, President Barrow will remain former president of this country or president of this country. And that means, after that, what would we remember him for? To be frank with you, there is no clause of the constitution of the Gambia même que president resign no. Now, yes, the president say, oh, the constitution, oh, legally he cannot, whatever. That's one aspect. But legally also, nobody force you to be third term, fourth term president. Now, to set the good precedents is, okay, 10 years, alhamdulillah. This is not the end of my life. After 10 years, because I have said this, probably I can even come back. And that would be a campaign capital for me, a political capital for me. I can come back. So at the personal level, not even a politician, but at the personal level, I appeal that the president understands that. He has cultivated a relationship with the Gambian people based on his utterances. At the time, it was based on necessity. He should try to protect that. And in fact, that would give his political party a lot of leverage or political capital in the future.
For him, it's time for him to go. But according to him, his people...
That's what I'm saying. You see, his people are telling him. And I think there is something that any leader should always take care of.
Almasin na kamo bije almasin imantar de kamin kasin wallahi imantar de kamin kasin imantar do fa kamin kasin atri asin do dabo de kamin kasin imantar de do londin de ida
ko ide nyum do talale ibe programme jamfande
hanem ma jamfande be jabi kambe
ari bay dere ni ka
kulum fa nyawo nyandi isi bani fa ko do ko ba ida te je
okay
if allow interpret jabeta APRC le ñing kamin ka baro sin ñi banne
thank you
akata am ka do fay baro kamin ka sin
am lay continuer
MPP mbolo ma fo coalition no MPP ma tanda sin 2021
I don't know whether they will arrest me after the program. But I just want to, I know I'm just I want to create an analogy.
It arrest like very important. Political you want to make yourself popular, they will not arrest you.
No.
Okay, if they arrest you, I'll be with you there.
I hate and I don't like government induced popularity. I pray God gives us popularity. That's what lasts. You see,
there's a huge difference.
Big time. Big time.
But I
break it down.
Go on. Yeah, guys, you don't continue, please.
Okay. You see, if you are a leader, manje a leader team. But I'm not kara demanding here. Well, maybe that. Yantela mo ina. But main jampa tela. Yanta ka wolle ginala mo.
Ani. No,
Mayor Sabu Wolem. You see, when the issue of Muhammad came, there is logical, absolute reason for Muhammad to be named or for Barrow to want Mohamed Dia to continue. Because this is called relationship of convenience and security continuity. Dia has invested a lot. Political instability is not good for his business. He is considered a close ally of the president. He has a lot to lose, but a lot to gain if there is continuity and security. So if he's named, there is absolutely a lot of reasons for him to accept it and for him, in fact, to come with it. The same thing with Barrow. His relationship with Dia, based on what we hear, which we cannot confirm, is good for continuity because it's of convenience, it's of benefits. So if that is the assumption, it was okay. And people can say, oh yes, that was the right move. Now, same people around President Barrow, believe it or not, if they are 10, 9 will tell him continue. These are people who are getting their salary because Barrow appointed them.
Yes, because you also...
These are people... Allow me again.
Just go ahead, go ahead.
Allow me. These are people that have their sustenance from God through that position they occupy. And they have the guarantee that if the president is there is 90% chance of continuity or progress.
Of that.
They wouldn't consider any other thing because human being naturally is selfish. We are made weak.
And I can tell you some of them.
For that reason,
I can tell you
if
some of
there
them.
are the people
I'll
who
give you
advise
example.
the president for continuity, it will not be based on genuine reasons.
Okay, Talibo, thank you. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
So for me, I would advise that yes, the president has made it clear on the interview that his party is a party decision, it's a party advice. But I also want him to understand that yes, in as much as he should listen to his party, he should also listen to outsiders. Probably he will have a comparative view of the things, and then he will be able to come up with a judgment. One, it will help the party, and it will help himself. Also, ECOWAS, he's, as people say, he's a senior member of ECOWAS. And part of what ECOWAS advocates for is term limit. And the president said he is a fan of term limit. But the reality
number one fan.
Yeah, the reality is no. Barrow is not number one fan of term
that's what he said.
Historically, there is not evidence to prove that he is the number one fan.
Pour ni bita kan la do ci arrière imanya na tal dame ni left kof lay kof de la partie yo mo dolati.
Okay, bismillah. Barolem drive mode. Okay.
No problem.
I like his analogy.
Yes.
You know why? There is no complete commercial vehicle without outsiders, and they're the passengers. How do you even 120 lane? Ni passenger pass. You have to use your amigos, your rare and everything. So, you see, one of my is what I am trying to explain. Honestly, I believe that.
No.
They have, Talibo is that, Bojang or Canada.
I'll give you time. Okay. Go ahead. Yes.
So, you see, for you to have a complete passenger vehicle, you must not only think about the passengers on board, but passengers that would want to board. That is my advice. You know, so as I give a call, motor about Dominica Bosole. Boso you kono as a Kiliano Lamoy. By Kiliano for the middle of the Kabula ala Boso la. And yet the Kaol Fanan and Kilo Penaka. So now put yemen for what the Boso kono. Melmantra Boso kono as a Hakilo to come and drive an apparente. Ka Hakilo to Kiliano Banda. What apparente, I respect them.
Okay.
Because they always what? Near to the pass. It's about my mafia, you know, they can only give it. A similar situation, but okay. When you come to this issue of
the Saudi Arabia.
But before that,
before you jump to the Saudi
Arabia. No, before that, in fact, there's the main topic. The main thing is, one, when people say constitution can be outdated. It can be outdated because the wishes and aspirations of a people is what is expressed and codified in a constitution. That is the legal aspect of it. Already, there is a constitution, but it is not codified constitution. Because constitution is general majority agreement. on how we should be governed. Already surveys and many other these things have indicated that Gambians want time limit, including President Barrow, who confirmed he wants time limit.
You have represented
So
the
obviously,
National Assembly.
The time bita kan igara campaign yola.
No sign from both council.
Ali abula ita please abula afutandi.
Muba.
Yeah.
Ana kisu nila de box style.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
okay, so for me, the other aspect I want us to understand is, you see, the number one defender of national security should be the president. And is the president by the Constitution. And part of national security, you have what you call cultural element of national security. Culture is an element of national security. And the culture of the general Gambia is when you say something, you do your best, your utmost to make sure you live by that. You do that exactly. Now, if we have our leaderships in this country say A and do B, it's a threat to cultural element of national security. I'll come to explain why. Because you are eroding our traditions, our norms, our values. And that is an element that you don't joke when it comes to national security. Because national security can get us united, it can also get us what? Divided. And culture is an element that can further do that. So for us to understand that we have norms from the beginning of Perez Njai and other people who stood majorly by their words, if we have one leader who wants to divert from that tradition, that is a violation. Because your number one duty as a leader is to make sure the national coexistence and unity is maintained. And that could be maintained through our words, but also our actions.
Yeah, now we go to this thing.
Yes, now we go to...
It's good that you speak in English, so you will not be interrupted.
Important before I get to the other one. Still in this thing. Now, listening to you, right? Lingawa, it's like, you know, musna ife talk Jame ak lim dem yeb because ñu ko accuse ne dafa yóbbu na moto yóbbu na xaalis waaye the playbook fa naa daf ko rotal boobu daf ko bàyyi si State House bi because I see things happening as per Jame's playbook and your narration here it's like you are really replaying the playbook. Now let me be the devil's advocate. Comme kii toog di déglu right now mu ngi seetaan yaa ngi explain. I agree in total with what you have said. Like I said, I want people to respect their word and be honest and truthful. But in the absence of that, we see that now, if somebody looks at you and say, okay, your leader, you are from the APRC Noto Alliance,
yes,
and your party leader, it's Yaya Jammeh.
Yes,
and if we go back, Yaya Jammeh did not only serve 1 term, 2 term, 3 terms, as Barrow wants to right now. Yaya Jammeh served 4 terms and a quarter. A little bit below a quarter,
sure,
right? Yeah. 4 terms and a quarter. And somebody will sit there and say, okay, but, you know, you don't have the moral authority to preach us because you are now under a leader who did not practice what is preached or what a lot of people wanted. That's one, right? Even though I also say, man, I'm a believer of ne, bokumachi, du man kena. Because somebody has done it, doesn't mean you have to continue to do it knowing that it is wrong. Okay. But for the purpose of people watching, they might be looking, because while you're talking, I'm replaying it all out there. You understand? And all that. Okay. And it's the same thing we're trying to preach Barrow right now. Even though it's not right, but it's a precedent has been set. So like say, a bio who has never been APRC and is still not APRC is talking about it. I will take it. No, hold on.
You got 5 years.
Exactly. Or somebody who is not in any party. No. In any party. So kubokul bene understand because nekkul di ko lead any affiliation but then somebody will say you are APRC Noto Alliance under the leadership of Jammeh who has done exactly what you are preaching against. What do you say to that?
Good. Now first, before you blame people, or you agree with them or disagree with them, there are things that you consider generally from a human philosophical point of view. Are they in control, or do they have control? We blame President Barrow because he has control. We give him every apparatus that he needs. Now, I'm a Gambian, equal footing with President Barrow. Bakili and President Barrow are on the same equal footing. They are all political leaders. The difference is we have empowered Barrow with our resources and the law to execute exactly what we want him to do. That is my position. My position is, if and when I had the control, I had the platform, naturally, from the age, education, platform, and then the legal authority, then I did not say a word. At the time, yes, you can say. Unfortunately, I was not in no place whatsoever, and Taliban had made me vomit my age here.
No, we know that.
Wait,
let me help you. Even going that far, you understand, poor man, it's not even important at this point. But then what I'm saying is, then you were not even part of the government. Wait.
He was going to school.
You are not there, right? But then right now, knowing the history and everything that has happened,
now,
it's the same thing that you are preaching against. It's exactly and more
that
Jammeh
has happened in the past.
In the past, but you still accept Jammeh. You're still in Jammeh's party and accept Jammeh as your party leader. You know, if I had heard you say, you know what, I love Jammeh or whatever, but you know what, because of what he has done, you know, I don't want to encourage it. I will not affiliate myself with him for those reasons, and then I will feel that you can speak against it because you have authoritatively shown in action, in words and deeds that is something you don't believe in. You get me? Thank you.
I like the idea and I love it. Can I come now?
Yes, please.
Now,
please.
the issue is this. The issue is this. When it comes to Jammeh and my membership to APRC, there is nothing that can bar me, you understand, from joining even President Barrow or APRC or PDYS, irrespective of their history. That is another level. When it comes to me saying what it is, which is the truth, it doesn't know where I belong and where I don't belong. And that has been consistent about me. If you come and ask me that, what would you have said if you were in the position about this longevity of Jammeh? Then I can give you that answer. But my membership and so on doesn't. It's just like when you are, I'm sorry to use this word, you are a Christian, but you would discuss something about Islam. They say, no, you cannot discuss Islam. No, it doesn't work like that. What is common to all, and that is common sense. And the truth is common to all. It doesn't know you are APRC also. And because truth is owned by God only, it means each and everyone has right to speak it at the time he has authority and chance to.
And you are,
that's exactly what I
you are very consistent on that.
Okay. Can we go to the
now the main thing. So for those that are following me or have those observations, that is my limited answer. The full answer can be given some other time. Now we come to
okay, next
no problem.
Tuesday. No problem. It's said next
Then we are moving.
Ambulance Obinator. Ambulance Obinator.
Okay, no problem. Next Tuesday, that is said.
Now, regarding the issue of the labor shortage of external countries that we want to exploit, I 100% support it. If we have labor shortage in Saudi Arabia or any other country that we can make use of as a country, I support it. But I think there should be a lot needful things that we have to do or consider. For example, how much of the Gambian population eligible for work do we really have? The government should come out with that. When we now know how many people, and now let's stratify it. Okay, agriculture, this is the number. Wearing, this is the number. this is the number. Skill, unskilled, this is the number. We would be at a better position to negotiate labor shortages anywhere. But when we don't have that data ready for us, we will be blindly doing it. And when we do it blindly, it means we would get things done, yes, but we would have another 3 or 4 steps backward. It is not available. The president said 150,000 jobs he is going to create. So far, no official announcement of how much is created. So how do we fight something when we don't know? You can only fight your enemy if you know their combat readiness and everything, all the logistics and every other thing. So for me, that is a misstep that the government should look into. Coming to the issue of Saudi Arabia, yes, the monetary aspect is one aspect. But again, I think Saudi is very generous if we are to speak the truth. Yes, we have people in the police, in the army. Come on, these are people that we cannot pay. They lay their lives for this country. We cannot pay them. They are not even getting that. Because if you pay a commissioner 18,000, 20,000, for example, I'm not saying that's what they are paying. Example. And you are not giving him medical insurance. You are just giving him housing. And somebody there is going to give him that and it's 200. The government has no moral ground to, if they don't have leverage to negotiate or even try to convince Saudi. Because this is what they actually gave Saudi. Meaning, this is what we do at our home, in our home. So you can equally do that. So from that angle, we have to say thank you, Saudi Arabia. But if you look at it from a broader perspective, $200 is very small. To be frank, it's very small. But it is better, I would say this, than nothing at all.
All right,
my problem is the issue of the reports are coming that they abuse workers, especially domestic workers. We have seen those reports in many, many places. What mechanisms are put in place to make sure they are not violated, to make sure they went intact and they will come back undamaged? That is very, very important. And they can see how they negotiate to have an augment in what is going to be given as information.
All right, thank
that
you.
is important. A minute.
Yeah.
A minute. Regarding, I know you do not talk about it, but they have pinpointed that. Regarding the issue of Spain, to pick apples and potatoes and so on. You see, I always tell people, this country has a very big gift. You see, from my perspective, Obama and Clinton, they are very bad seeds. They cannot germinate anywhere. But in the Gambia, even though these people are very, very bad seeds for the world, if you bring them to Gambia, it will germinate. That tells you how good our soil is as a country. So,
why would you use Obama and not use Trump?
All right. For me, Trump has not got 8 years, so I will not judge him yet. But these people, they've got 8 years. And together they've killed more human beings.
I disagree. I disagree.
Okay, no problem. That's
another debate. That's another debate.
Obama is the best president America has ever produced.
Yeah, that is why
he's
ever produced.
He's a Democrat and a Republican. So
I want to say this is a learning point. I don't want to say it's an insult, but it's a learning point. For us to take the cream of society to go and pick apples for other people, potato for other people. What are we missing? They have land, we have land. They have common sense, we have common sense. They have government, we have. They pay tax, we pay tax. The difference is they use their brains and make sure the tax. So let us, as a country, do some of these things.
Okay. So thank you so much. Abdoulie, so let's continue. So thank you so much.